In a realm where conformity is safety, Kiros' moonlit fur sets him apart like a beacon of defiance. Born with a coat pale as starlight, this unique lion faced rejection from his own pride. Yet as Kiros journeyed across the sun-scorched grasslands and rocky outcrops of the savannah, dangers lurking at every turn, he made an extraordinary discovery. His distinctive coloration, once seen as a liability, held a hidden power. Against limestone rocks, Kiros could disappear, gaining an edge in hunting and hiding. Could this misfit lion, turning weakness into strength, become the unlikely hero of the Pride Lands? As Kiros' tale unfolds, we'll see how standing out might just be the key to survival. Picture this, a bunch of adorable lion cubs all cuddled up together, their golden fur blending into one big fluffy pile. But there's something different about one of them. That's Kiros, and his white fur stands out like a sore thumb among his siblings. At first, it might seem cute and special, but things aren't so rosy for our little white cub. Kiros has a rare genetic condition called leucism, giving him his stunning white coat while keeping his eyes a beautiful blue or gold color. As Kiros grows up, he tries hard to fit in with the other lions. He wants to play their games and join in on hunts, but the others keep pushing him away. It's like being the kid at school that no one wants to sit with at lunch. But for Kiros, it's not just about feeling left out. It could be dangerous. The Pride leader sees Kiros as a big problem. His white coat is like a beacon in the savannah, and that could spell trouble for the whole Pride. What if it attracts rival lion groups? Or worse, what if humans spot him? The Pride leader has to think about keeping everyone safe, but is pushing Kiros away really the answer? One night, as stars twinkle over the African plains, Kiros is huddled alone. His ears perk up when he hears the adult lions talking in hushed tones. They're discussing sending Kiros away from the Pride. They think it's for the best, but how would you feel if your family wanted to kick you out just because you look different? Kiros is smart. He realizes that if he waits, he might get forced out when he least expects it. So he makes a tough decision to leave the Pride on his own terms. But where will he go? How will he hunt for food or protect himself? These are huge challenges for a young lion, especially one who's never truly been accepted. As the moon hangs low, we see Kiros taking one last look at his sleeping family. There's a mix of emotions in his eyes. Sadness, fear of the unknown, but also fierce determination. He knows he might never see his pride again, but he has to do this to survive. Maybe his unique white coat will give him some advantage in the wild. Could it help him blend in with certain landscapes or sneak up on prey in ways other lions can't? There's so much we don't know about how a white lion might fare on its own. As the first rays of sunlight paint the savannah golden, we see Kiros padding softly across the grasslands. He's alone for the first time, and the vast African wilderness stretches out before him. What adventures await our white lion hero? Will he find a new pride that accepts him, or will he carve out a solitary life for himself? As Kiros wanders the savannah alone, something strange starts to happen. Have you ever played hide and seek and found the perfect spot where no one could see you? Well, that's kind of what's happening to our white lion hero. But here's the twist. He's not even trying to hide. One day, Kiros is minding his own business near some rocky outcrops when a group of zebras wanders by. They don't even notice him. It's like he's become invisible. At first, Kiros thinks it's just a fluke, but then it happens again with a herd of wildebeest. What's going on here? Picture this. Kiros is out exploring when suddenly he hears the cackling laughter of hyenas. Oh no, a whole pack of them is chasing him across the savannah. Kiros' heart is pounding as he runs for his life. He spots some white limestone rocks ahead, and without thinking, ducks behind them. The hyenas are getting closer and closer. Kiros holds his breath, waiting for them to pounce. But then something amazing happens. The hyenas run right past him. It's like they didn't even see him. Could it be? Is Kiros' white coat actually helping him blend in with certain parts of the landscape? This is so different from what he was taught in the Pride. Remember how they thought his white fur would get them all killed? Well, it looks like they were wrong. Kiros starts to experiment with his newfound camouflage ability. He practices sneaking up on prey, pressing himself against pale rocks or sun-bleached grass. It's like he's playing a real-life game of camouflage, and he's winning. Kiros isn't just using his white coat for defense. He's also becoming a better hunter because he can get closer to his prey without being spotted. As Kiros practices his hunting skills, we see him taking down larger and larger prey animals. He's not just surviving, he's thriving. Remember when he first left the Pride and struggled to catch even small animals? Well, now he's bringing down full-grown antelopes. It's like he's unlocked a secret level in the game of survival. One day, Kiros comes across another pride of lions. He watches from his hiding spot as they struggle to hunt in the open savannah. The prey animals keep spotting them and running away before the lions can get close enough. Kiros realizes that his unique coloration gives him an advantage that other lions don't have. It's like he's got a superpower that no other lion possesses. But will it be enough to help him find a new home? Kiros is doing great on his own, but lions are social animals. Deep down, he still longs for a family, for a pride to call his own. As he watches the other lions, he wonders if there's a place for him among them. Could they accept a white lion in their ranks? Or would they reject him just like his old pride did? As Kiros continues his journey across the savannah, we can't help but wonder, will he ever find a pride that will accept him for who he is? Or is he destined to be a lone lion forever? Maybe his unique hunting skills will be enough to convince a pride to take him in. Or perhaps he'll find other outcasts like himself and form a new kind of pride. What if Kiros' white coat isn't just a survival tool, but a sign that he's meant for something greater? Could he become a legendary lion, known throughout the savannah for his ghostly appearance and incredible hunting skills? The possibilities are endless, and Kiros' journey is far from over. Kiros wanders the savannah, his ears perking up at distant roars. He creeps closer, his white coat blending with the grass, until he spots a fierce battle between two lion prides. One pride is clearly losing, outnumbered and overwhelmed. Kiros feels a pang in his chest. Should he help them? But what if they reject him like his old family did? It's safer to stay hidden, right? Kiros battles with his fear of rejection and his desire to help. Just as he's about to turn away, Kiros notices a tiny lion cub separated from its mother, cowering behind a rock. The poor thing is shaking with fear, and rival lions are closing in fast. Without thinking, Kiros springs into action. He uses his ghostly camouflage to slip past the fighting adults, scoops up the terrified cub, and dashes to safety. As Kiros hides the cub, a thought crosses his mind. What if this is his chance to prove himself to a new pride? With the cub safe, Kiros turns back to the fight, ready to use his unique abilities. He starts sneaking up on the rival lions, using his camouflage to get close. At just the right moment, he lets out a mighty roar, startling them and throwing off their attacks. The defending pride is shocked to see a white lion helping them. Kiros leads some rivals on wild chases, tricking them into obstacles. His clever tactics give the defenders a chance to regroup. As the battle rages on, the tide begins to turn. The defending pride, inspired by Kiros' bravery, finds new strength. They start working together, using his distractions to their advantage. The rival lions, who thought they had an easy victory, are now struggling to keep up. The fight continues for hours, with Kiros darting in and out like a ghostly guardian. He uses every trick he's learned in the savannah. One moment he's visible, drawing attention. The next he's vanished, leaving rivals confused. The defending pride watches in awe as he outmaneuvers larger lions. Finally, as the sun sets, the battle ends. The rival lions admit defeat and slink away. The defending pride roars in triumph, having won against impossible odds. All eyes turn to Kiros, the mysterious white lion who saved them. But will they accept him as one of their own, or will Kiros face rejection once again? As the echoes of victory fade, all eyes remain fixed on Kiros. The pride leader approaches with a strange look. Is this Kiros' dream come true, or another rejection? Tension builds as the leader draws near, his expression unreadable. Then, something unexpected happens. The proud lion bows his head to Kiros in deep respect. It's a powerful moment that leaves Kiros stunned. The rest of the pride follows suit, even the skeptical ones now showing appreciation for the white lion's bravery. The real surprise comes when the leader invites Kiros to join as a full member. It's everything Kiros wanted, but he's nervous. Will they truly accept him, or is this temporary? These thoughts race through his mind as he cautiously accepts. Over weeks, we see Kiros settling in. The other lions are fascinated by his unique hunting techniques, learning to use camouflage. Suddenly, Kiros' white coat is a valuable asset, giving the pride an edge in hunting. Young cubs crowd Kiros, begging for adventure stories and hunting tricks. It's heartwarming to see Kiros go from outcast to hero in their eyes, clearly meaning the world to him. But not everyone's happy. Some older lions grumble about having a white lion. They worry about future problems, like other prides or humans becoming too interested. These concerns create tension, and Kiros feels it while trying to prove himself daily. Then something happens, confirming the skeptics' worries. Human researchers arrive to study the lions, immediately noticing Kiros. They set up cameras and observation posts, causing anxiety in the pride. What if they try to capture Kiros or separate him from his new family? The pride becomes nervous, changing behavior and avoiding usual grounds. It's tense, straining everyone, especially Kiros, who feels responsible for the unwanted attention. But Kiros doesn't accept this. He uses his abilities to protect the pride, teaching them to stay hidden even under the humans' noses. Like a master spy, he helps the pride outsmart the researchers. Slowly they relax, realizing their advantage. The most amazing part, Kiros' presence brings the pride closer. As they work together, they develop a stronger bond and unity. Kiros isn't just teaching hunting, he's teaching them to be a real family. Yet questions linger. How long can they keep this up? What if the researchers don't give up or try to capture Kiros? These worries remain in the background, even as the pride celebrates small victories against the human observers. The human researchers are getting pretty excited every time Kiros shows up, but wait, what's going on with the lions? They're looking a bit nervous, aren't they? But as time goes on, something starts to change. The lions are realizing that these humans aren't trying to hurt them, they're just watching and taking notes. It's like they're more interested in learning about the lions than anything else, and Kiros, he's starting to get curious too. Kiros is out exploring near the researchers' camp when he overhears them talking, and they're saying something amazing about him. They're explaining how his white coat could be super important for genetic diversity in the lion population. The very thing that made him different and got him rejected might actually be crucial for his whole species. We're taken back to when Kiros was just a little cub. Remember how the other lions didn't want him around because of his white coat, how they thought he was too different to fit in, but now we're seeing how that difference could be exactly what the lions need to survive. It's like nature has a way of balancing things out, doesn't it? The researchers are explaining to their audience how genetic mutations like Kiros' white coat can sometimes give unexpected advantages when the environment changes. It's like nature's way of preparing for the future, and Kiros is a living example of this. The dry season is coming, and that means food is going to get scarce for the lions. But here's where Kiros' unique coat really shines as the grass turns pale and dry. Kiros becomes like a ghost, blending in perfectly. This makes him an incredible hunter. When other food sources are running out, the human researchers are watching all of this, and they're amazed. Kiros is actually more successful at hunting than the other lions in these tough conditions. It's like proof that being different can actually be an advantage when it comes to survival and evolution. But Kiros isn't keeping this knowledge to himself. No way he's out there teaching the next generation of cubs everything he knows. He's showing them his special hunting techniques, and more importantly, he's teaching them that it's okay to be different, that sometimes being unique is what helps you survive. As we watch Kiros with the cubs, we start to understand something really important. Kiros isn't just helping his pride survive. Right now, he's actually contributing to the overall health and adaptability of the entire lion population. His unique genes could help future generations of lions be better prepared for whatever challenges come their way. And then finally, after all the hardship of the dry season, the rains arrive and the savannah explodes into life again. It's a beautiful sight, and there's Kiros standing tall and proud with his new family. He's not just accepted now, he's respected and valued. He's found his place as both a protector and a teacher, showing how one unique individual can make a big difference for their whole species and ecosystem. Years have passed, and Kiros' pride has changed so much the savannah looks different now, and Kiros, he's grown into a big, strong lion with his own family, can you believe it? And his cubs, they're not all white, some are golden, just like the other lions in the pride. It's like nature mixed things up to make everyone happy, and Kiros, he's become a leader, and his pride has gotten stronger than ever before. They've been through tough times, droughts that dried up the land, floods that changed everything, and even close calls with humans moving in. But Kiros and his pride figured out how to adapt and survive through it all. They learned to work together in ways no one thought possible before. And the story of Kiros, the white lion, it's spreading all across the savannah. Other prides are hearing about this amazing white lion who saved his pride and led them to greatness, and now they're looking for white lions to join their own groups. They think having a white lion brings good luck and makes them stronger, but it's not just the lions who are interested in Kiros. There's this young white lion cub in another pride far away from Kiros. And when it was born, the other lions didn't chase it away or treat it badly. They were happy to see it. Can you imagine how different that is from what Kiros went through when he was little? It's like the whole savannah learned a lesson about accepting those who look different, and now they're celebrating it. Picture this. Kiros is standing on this big rock, looking out over his pride. The sun is setting, and everything is bathed in a warm golden light. The air is filled with the sounds of contented lions and the gentle rustling of grass in the evening breeze. Kiros' mane glows like a halo around his head as he watches over his family and friends with pride in his eyes. It's a moment moment of peace and triumph after all the challenges he's faced. And then we see more and more of the savannah stretching out as far as the eye can see, with all these different prides of lions living together. Some of them have white lions, just like Kiros, and they're all getting along. It's like a big, happy lion neighborhood, and you can't help but think about how different things would be if Kiros hadn't been brave enough to stand up and show everyone what he could do. Remember those human researchers who were watching Kiros way back when? Well, they didn't just leave. They told everyone about what they saw, and now people all over the world are trying to protect white lions and the places they live. Kiros' story touched something in people's hearts and made them want to help. And it's not just about white lions anymore. Scientists are looking at all sorts of animals, trying to find unique traits that might help them survive as the world changes. It's like Kiros opened their eyes to a whole new way of thinking about nature and how important it is to have all sorts of different animals in the world. Kiros' journey from outcast to hero teaches us a powerful lesson. His white coat, initially seen as strange, became his secret weapon. Nature is full of such surprises. What seems out of place might be exactly what's needed to survive when things get tough. So next time you see an animal that looks different, don't just dismiss it as weird. That difference could be nature's way of preparing for something big. That odd-looking creature might be the next hero of its own story, just like Kiros. His legacy reminds us that our unique qualities could be our greatest strengths, waiting for the right moment to shine in nature's unpredictable world.